Hello and welcome back. Today's video, it's all about this eye look. I am a bit of a fan. This is from the Mermaids versus Unicorns palette. Now I did a review on that not too long ago, link somewhere. And I'm aware that it can sometimes be hard to envision what looks you can wear with it. Now I showed you the blue one because I was wearing a blue one on the day. But this is maybe a wee bit more wearable for a lot of people. It's quite autumnal and you can pair it back to a certain extent if you're looking for something a bit more minimal. So you can get away with that, but I really like it. I love how it's turned out, and it is majority from the palette. There are a few other products I've pulled in just for blending colors and highlight, so I've brought in a different brand for that, but you can see it as we go. If you've any questions, as always, let me know down below, but for now we're just gonna get started. I've already primed my eyelids and now I'm going to take Brulee from Wet n Wild and I'm going to sweep this all over my lid. It just makes it easier for shadows to blend on top of it. For crease colour, I'm going to use this NYX single in Strike a Pose. Any medium brown will work exactly the same. You're just going to work that into your crease or just slightly above with a fluffy brush. Now I'm going to add this slightly rosier tone to the crease, and this is from the Makeup Revolution Flawless Matte palette. It's just to add in a bit more of a rosy pinkier tone to the crease to make it a bit more of a natural blend. For the main colour, this fantastic reddy pinky gloriousness from the Mermaids versus Unicorns palette. I'm just going to pack that on over most of my eyelid, leaving a bit in around my tear duct, just free of any kind of colour. So it's all going over 2/3 with the inner third being left free. I'm just working the colour now up towards my crease. Don't worry, we're going to blend it all out, but I want to bring that all the way up. You notice as well, I'm not going out too far past the end of my eye either. Time to blend that all out. As you can see, I'm just swirling it round and I'm working it sort of mostly in towards my tear duct. Then I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to touch up where I have blended out the colour a wee bit too much. Well, for my liking anyway, so I'm going to add a bit more colour and then of course I will go back and blend that out again. With all that, you can see there's a really nice intensity and it just blends out so nicely. I will just continue to pack on the colour and blend and pack and blend until I'm as happy as I can be with the colour. Next up we have Stila Kitten, and of course you want to pop the lid off by accident, but we're going to use that in around the tear duct, so that's going to be our highlight and it's a nice contrast as well, and I just think they complement each other really nicely. So you want to again use a flat shader brush and you're going to bring that in around your tear duct and you're just going to gradually build up the colour. Now you want to be able to blend between that lovely raspberry reddy shade and the highlight colour, so I like to use the previous brush and just lightly go over where the join is, and then I'll go back in with the brush that I'm using for Stila Kitten and I will repeat the process and I will just gradually build up that blend until I'm really happy with it. I should point out I'm not actually adding any additional product to the raspberry coloured brush at this point. I'm adding a wee bit more Stila Kitten but not very much at all, so you don't need very much more product here. Now to darken up the outer corner ever so slightly, I'm taking that dark purple, very lightly you'll see, on a fluffy brush and working it ever so slightly into the V. Now I'm not bringing it along my lower lash line too far, I'm mostly bringing it up into the crease and keeping it in the outer corner. So this is just to darken up that very outer edge. Now you can see here I'm looking at myself a bit more squarely on in the mirror. This is just to see what it's looking like with the crease and just to see if I need a wee touch more. And of course you use your finger to sharpen the edges ever so slightly. But you can see I'm using really light strokes. And then I'm going back in with that raspberry brush again. And I'm just making sure that colour is still there in the outer corner as well. Now I'm taking that raspberry shade just along my lower lash line. I'm going to gradually build it up and I'm going to blow it out completely, and I'm making sure to join it up to the top eyeshadow as well. You can see I'm bringing it pretty far in, but I'm going to leave that small amount of gap in around my tear duct. I'm also taking the purple just on the outer corner slightly, and I'm just making sure to blend that around, and then I'm blending it over the top of the pink just to darken it all up and to help blow it out with the fluffy brush as well. Now to add that inner highlight, so we're using that Steel Kitten again, a bit more on the brush, and I'm just packing that on in around the inner tear duct and that inner third just to keep that nice and bright. We're taking this black shade from the palette, and I missed my angle here completely, but as you can see I have just run it along my lower lash line just over where the pink is, and I'm going to repeat the same on the top. I'm keeping it as close to my lashes as possible. We are going to blend it out ever so slightly, but I'm not bringing it in over the Steel Kitten in around that inner third. I'm using that same fluffy blending brush that I used the purple with, and as you can see I'm just softening it all out with the blending brush and just helping it blend in a wee bit more. I'm going to top that off using the pink brush as well, the one that I've used the pink shadow in, and I'm just going to blend over the top of that as well. We just want it all to blend together really nicely. Time to curl those lashes and get lots of mascara on. I'm going to use the NYX Doll Eye Mascara both on top and bottom. I'm going to use this NYX Colour Mascara in purple, could you guess? I'm going to use that on the tips of my lashes just to add a wee bit more pop of colour. I think it's quite fun and it adds something, in my opinion anyway. Okay, so that's the eye look pretty much complete. I'm going to go put on my brows and finish my face and I'll be right back. So that's the finished look. I am so pleased with how it turned out. You can see the shadows blend so nicely together, and this is just perfect for autumn. So if you create this look yourself, make sure you tag me in it. I would love to see your looks, if you pair it differently, all that kind of jazz. Thanks a million for watching. Please like, please tell all your friends, please share it and all that kind of good stuff, and give me a good thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!